Little Miss Recap contains adult language and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we're grateful for you.
We are grateful for you. This should be Thanksgiving Day, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
US,
American
US,
Thanksgiving.
U.S. best door friends, best door friends.
You're now our best door friends.
Sure. Why not? Coffee has not all kicked in yet. It's all good.
Guys,
It's all good.
Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning. You're probably hearing this in the morning.
As you're, I don't know, chopping vegetables or something.
I hope you're steeling yourselves for spending a day with friends, or if
Family.
you've chosen to spend Thanksgiving alone, I hope you enjoy your day.
Yes, exactly. Whatever you're doing, I hope it's
whatever
a good
you're
day.
doing, however you're doing it.
Yep. And our non-American backdoor friends, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. So as you guys know, all week we've been bringing you shows that have influenced us, or we're just grateful for these shows. And Amanda's pick is today, and Amanda, I'm going to let you talk about that.
My pick today is Family Ties. I initially had not put this on the list because this particular episode is actually 2 episodes. But the good thing is, remember, Family Ties was only a 30-minute show. So it's actually about 46 minutes of content, which is the same as an hour of television.
I may have watched the next 5 after this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Because the one right after this is when Nick comes in.
Yes. When we get
I had
to meet
to see
Nick.
it because Nick was always my crush, as always.
Oh, God. Of course he was.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
my crush was Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Michael J. Fox is my number 1 teen crush. I still love him more than anything.
You know, I love him so much, Amanda. And I realized it made me really sad watching this.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he really could have been. I mean, he's a little short for my taste.
Yes. He's 5'4".
But he really could have been like a major contributing actor to our zeitgeist. And he did. He went as far as he could.
Yeah.
But he's living with a debilitating disease.
Right. His career was cut short. So in 1991, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. At the age of, if it was 91, he was just 29. I think it was right before his 29th birthday, or right before his 30th birthday. He was 29. His birthday is June 9th, 1961. Yes, I know these things just lives rent free in this brain right here.
Well, you know my body of knowledge around John Lennon, so I
I
don't
used
judge.
to know his shoe size too. I mean, like I was obsessed. But so he was diagnosed in 1991. He did not share the diagnosis until 1998. He was diagnosed in the middle of filming Doc Hollywood. He noticed a tiny tremor in his pinky. If you notice when he was filming Spin City, there's a lot of times where he's holding his hand on a desk. He's holding his hands together. He's doing all sorts of things because his tremor showed up in his hands, and he hadn't shared this information with anybody yet. He also, in 1990, after he was diagnosed, really fell into a bit of an alcohol addiction. 1992, what kind of went off the deep end.
I could see that.
In response to that, and sobered up and has been sober ever since. And he's married to Tracy Pollan, who we meet in this episode.
Do they have kids? They
do. They have 4 children.
Wow.
They have a son, a daughter, and then twin daughters. And they married in 1989. They've been together ever since. They did meet on this episode. They did not get together for 2 more years, however. Tracy Pollan was dating somebody you may have heard of named Kevin Bacon.
You don't want to hear what I'm going to say. Do you want to take your headphones off? Because I'm going to say
she got the poor end of the deal.
I'm going to say she made the wrong choice.
No. Kevin Bacon's pretty good.
Kevin
Bacon lost all his money in that pyramid scheme.
I know,
Michael J. Fox hasn't.
Seen him?
Yes. Have you seen? Don't you dare talk ill about my
aged
Michael.
Like fine wine.
He had really beautifully, and I think Michael J. Fox, given all he's gone through, is aging well. But like his disease has wreaked havoc on his body.
With Michael Fox, Michael J. Fox is purely a height thing with me.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all. And I always think of him as cute.
Yeah, he is cute.
He's not hot. Like Kevin Bacon, I want to do disgusting things with behind a dumpster. Michael J. Fox, I would not soil in that way.
My love of Michael J. Fox is very like 12, 13-year-old girl. Like it hasn't grown past that, which I'm fine with. Like I don't really think of him in sexual ways because I was 12.
Like you remember when Jenny and I covered Teen Wolf and I said the wolf was hot.
Yes, I know. It's a real problem there.
I guarantee you if we asked Matt Maher, he would agree.
I don't want to talk about that. That's disturbing. So Tracy Pollan was dating Kevin Bacon. Michael J. Fox was with Nancy McKeon, Joe of Facts of Life fame.
Yeah.
Tracy Powell and Michael J. Fox wind up in a movie together, which is my favorite Michael J. Fox movie, which is Bright Lights, Big City.
Mm-hmm.
And
Doesn't he
that's
play
where,
a writer?
yes, he plays a writer. And that's where they a writer with a real bad coke problem, real bad. And his wife's name was Amanda in the movie, so I get to hear him yell my name.
Maybe
Pretty
I
great.
need to see that movie because maybe I need to see him in like a dirtier role.
Yeah, he's as dirty as Michael J. Fox is ever going to get. In that he's still real cute and clean. But yeah, so the episodes that we're covering today are the title is The Real Thing, part 1 and 2. They
are
season 4, episodes 1 and 2 of season 4. Original air date September 26th and October 3rd. Michael J. Fox was nominated for 5 Emmys for Facts of Life, for Family Ties. He was nominated in 85, which is the year before this, because given where the year falls, these fall into the 86 year. He won in 86, 87, 88, nominated in 89, and did not win. But the thing that really just came back to me is what an amazing physical comedian and what amazing comedic timing Michael J. Fox has. It's just, some people are just born with it, and he has it.
It's an amazing show. I watched the next 5 episodes after this. So I bought the episodes on Amazon Prime. I don't know how you watch them.
Yeah, I watched them on Apple TV, but yeah.
Okay. So there's really no way to stream, guys, because on Hulu, there's only seasons 1, 2, and 3. So I moved to Amazon Prime. So I bought episode 1, I bought episode 2, and then I'm like, I'm just going to buy episode 3. Then I'm like, I'm going to buy episode 4. And then I'm like, I should just bought the whole season.
Yeah, exactly.
What am I doing? But what struck me is, and I remember, like, Family Ties was always one of my favorite shows. Stephen Michael Gross, is that his name? He is just so funny. He's so funny.
He is so funny.
And I just, like, I'm watching it and I'm just laughing so loud. And Timmy's like, what are you watching? I'm like,
Family Ties. When Family Ties was on, it was like the perfect night of television because it was the Cosby Show, which we won't talk about Bill Cosby being terrible, but the Cosby Show was so good.
So good.
Cosby Show, Family Ties, Cheers, Night Court, LA Law.
I loved Cheers as well.
I did too. And it was just, I've told this story before. At one point, I had 59 photos of Michael J. Fox on my walls, taken from Tiger Beat, Teen Beat, every beat I could find. Ran out of stock photos, so I started to record Family Ties. I would pause it, take photos of it on my disc camera.
How old were you?
Oh, like 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 12, 13, 14.
You don't want to know the trash that was on my walls. Axl Rose, Tommy Lee, Sebastian Bach. It was gross.
It was Michael J. Fox. It was Rob Lowe. It was Andrew McCarthy. Yeah. This is where I was. Yeah.
Rob Lowe's
I like
hot.
the clean
Andrew McCarthy's hot.
Yeah.
But you know who's the hottest around this time is Spader.
Well, he was real gross. And James Spader is, no, he's not. Never mind. I was going to say he was in Bright Lights, Big City. No, but it's Kiefer Sutherland.
So. I like Kiefer Sutherland, a.k.a. Rod Blanchard.
Yeah. Sure, Jan. Sure. But yeah, Family Ties was just
it was so well written.
Well written.
It reminds me of the Golden Girls in that there's like no bad episode. There's no bad episode of the Golden Girls.
Yeah. But there's some that are less good than others.
Yes, but there's none that I'm like, oh, this is a real clunker.
Yeah.
Like, why is this on?
So the initial conceit of Family Ties is that it was going to be a show about Stephen and Elise. The kids were just going to be there. The problem is Michael J. Fox comes on and he just steals the show. And I don't think anyone was mad about it. He also, it was funny because Todd was like, wow, yes. I was telling him all about this. He's like, well, after Back to the Future, he got Family Ties. I'm like, no, opposite. Family Ties was first, then Back to the Future. And there was a season, and I don't remember which season it was, where he literally filmed Family Ties during the day, went to the next recording lot, and did Back to the Future at night. He was working 24/7.
He was so good in Back to the Future.
Oh, so great. It's so great. The second and third, not so much. Oh, the third's terrible, but
I want to say Jenny did some research around this when we recorded the Uncle Ned one.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to be about like hippies becoming yuppies? Yeah.
I don't think they were ever going to become like, conservative yuppies.
Yeah,
but it was like these hippie parents who were raising, this ultra conservative Reagan loving boy,
Mm-hmm.
their ditzy fashion loving daughter, and who knew what Jennifer was going to be. Like,
And Nixon was like his idol. I remember
Nixon was
that.
absolutely his idol. He had a big
Mm-hmm.
picture of Nixon
Yep.
on his nightstand.
Yeah.
He would talk to it. Like, yeah. I mean, on paper, I should not like Alex P. Keaton at all.
Right.
But I love
you
him
know
more than
what too,
anything.
Amanda? It harkens back to like a time when you could have political differences and it was okay.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill were good buddies.
and
Like, these
God, do
things
I
happen.
wish we could go back to that
I
time.
do too.
I really do. Anyway,
We're gonna get into this because this could be
let's
long.
go.
I could take this 7 years, but I'll have to give you one more Michael J. Fox piece of trivia. If this ever comes up in your bar trivia, it won't.
Okay.
Michael J. Fox's given name is Michael Andrew Fox. He's Canadian. He was born in Edmonton, Alberta, lived in Barnaby. I actually have been to a theater in Barnaby where his hands were they did like handprints in the wall, and I have a picture of my hands in it. I'll have to go find it. It's when I was dating the Canadian. He lived in Burnaby, so that's why I wound up doing it. But his name is his Christian name is Michael Andrew Fox. There's already a Michael Fox in the Actors Guild, so he had to come up with an initial, and he thought Michael A. Fox would be real bad because back then a Fox was someone who was hot, and he was like, oh, that just feels weird. So Michael J. Pollard was one of his favorite actors, and that's why he chose the J.
Oh, okay.
The J means nothing.
Okay.
So, okay, here we go. The Real Thing Part 1 and 2. So we begin with Elise walking in with baby Andy. If memory serves, I should have looked this up. If memory serves, we had to have baby Andy because Meredith Baxter Birney had gotten pregnant. So we needed.
And this was also a common thing. It happened to Maggie on Growing Pains, Maggie Seaver.
Yes.
This was a common thing where the women would have an additional child.
Right. Somehow a new child would
throw
pop up.
a wrench into the mix.
And Andrew's age never made any sense. Like 1 year he was 9 months. The next season he was like 10. I mean, it was just like whatever's happening here. It doesn't really matter. She declares it's time for breakfast. The whole theme here is that everybody wants to be with the baby. Everybody's super into the baby. And Elise says that she's about to feed him, but Jennifer can feed him. And Elise declares he's giving him corn mush. And Jennifer's like, I'll create a diversion and try to get him out of this gross mush meal. Just silly parenting stuff. Stephen comes in and says that there's Andy. Do you want a quick story before I leave for work? Everyone wants something before he leaves for work. Jennifer's like, he's all booked up, but maybe mom can read you a story to dad. That's cute. I always loved the relationship of Stephen and Elise.
I do too.
And I always wanted Stephen Keaton as my father. I wanted my dad to be Stephen Keaton.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. That was like, in me, that was like, this is the dad. That's
how
TV
I felt
dad.
About Charles Ingalls.
Okay, yeah.
I
Mine's
also wanted
little
to
less
bang one
toxic
as I got older.
I've never wanted to bang.
So unpack that.
Never wanted to bang Michael Gross, but did want to have him as my dad. So everyone wants Andy. Alex comes in. It's his first day of his sophomore year of college. He's going to Leland College. They live outside of Columbus, Ohio, by the way. And he wants to hang out with the baby before he leaves. Alex never lived on campus. He always lived at home. There was never a decision about that. I think it was just we need him to continue to be on the show. So that's why he's going to live at home while we do this. So he comes in singing Love is a Many Splendored Thing. He and his dad go back and forth singing it. This is where like Michael Gross's comedy is just so great.
I agree.
The two of them really bump up against each other beautifully.
Fantastic, yeah. The episode where they're trying to tell Mallory not to date Nick.
Yeah.
And Alex is like on his side and Steven's like, it disturbs me that we're agreeing on this.
We're coming at this from the same place.
It's such a good comedic episode for the two of them.
It's so great. So great. So at least like I used to like that song. Alex says, first day of college, there are beautiful women all over the place. And Elise says to Elise, you must remember what it's like to be young, Mom, and in love, or at least just in love. Ha, ha, ha. Stephen asks if there's someone special. And Alex says he's narrowed down the list to 7 lucky women. He has gone through the freshman directory of Leland College. He's picked the 7 hottest girls there. He is going to introduce himself to them as the head of the sophomore welcoming committee in college. He's such a weirdo. And Elise is like, why don't you just order somebody? Like, if there was the internet, off the internet. And Alex is like, yeah, that's that. You're getting the hang of it, Mom. That's the plan. It's
so weird, right? Because he's not a ladies' man, but he kind of plays one.
He tries to play one.
Yeah.
And he had two in the history of Family Ties. He had 2 serious relationships. One is with Ellen Reed, Tracy Pollan. The other one was with a young woman named Courtney Cox, whose
Right.
name was Lauren Miller.
Yep.
So those were his two big romances, and that was kind of before anybody. Courtney Cox, I think, at that point had the pull up on the stage in the Bruce Springsteen video, which is how she got discovered.
Yeah.
But hadn't really done anything big then. So Elise tells him picking someone out of a book isn't really romantic. It isn't really how people fall in love, and it's sexist, isn't it, Stephen? As Stephen is like dreamily looking at this book of co-eds. It's a little weird, but that's okay. And he's like, "Oh yes, I agree. This is a despicable way to look for somebody," and then just like reopens the book as soon as Elise is not looking. And Alex shows Elise Tricia Armstrong, and he like puts the picture up next to his face. Don't we make a cute couple? To which Elise says, "Well, you're both two-dimensional, so yeah, that makes sense." Alex's plan: he's going to send her a message, then he's going to stop by for his welcoming committee spiel. So next, we see Alex get to a dorm room, knocks on the door. This is back in the day when like people could just walk into dorms without badges and all that stuff.
Yep.
And another woman who has like a paintbrush in her hand answers the door. Thus we meet Tracy Pollan. And he's all confused, grabs the book, looks at the photo and says, "You're not Tricia Armstrong." She says, "No, I'm Ellen Reed. Sorry to disappoint you. Tricia's my roommate." Alex introduced himself. She tries to close the door in his face. She wants nothing to do with this dork. And he asks if he can wait around a bit to meet Tricia. It's official committee business. And he says, "You two must be close." She's like, "Yeah, I met her yesterday." He's like, "Oh, how did that go?" He's like, "Well, we said hello." Like, this is the thing. This is the weird part of college. I think it's different now because people can really connect and you can choose your roommate more. But like, I got plopped into a room with some girl
I never lived on campus.
Barely knew. It was just like, okay.
I didn't live on campus because I went to a Penn State satellite school. And then when I went to Maine, I just lived in an apartment with somebody that I knew from the satellite school.
Got it. Yeah. So that was just weird. Like you just get dropped in and like, now we're living together for a year. Great. Here we do this. So there's a bowl of fruit. He grabs an apple, he eats it, and she tells him to put it down. And can't you see I'm painting that? So you see what she's painting. And it's this totally abstract thing of just lines of paint. And he's like,
has to make fun of the art.
Yeah. What do you call that? Find the apple? And she said, "I explain abstract art to you, but I think I'd be wasting my time." She's like, "I know why you're here. There's no such thing as a sophomore hospitality committee. You're just here because my roommate's hot." And he's like, "There is. I'm the founder and the only member. I'm it. I'm it." She says, "You're just like the other guys who have come around to meet her." And he's declared, "That's not true." "What other guys?" She says, "Don't worry, you'll do fine. You're Tricia's type." And he's like, "Oh, you know my type?" Boom. "Let me take a shot. You're an economics major. You voted for Reagan. You're in the debating club and the Young Executives Club, and you wear a jacket and tie everywhere you go." And he like pulls out his tie uncomfortably because he just got read for filth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's
totally
like,
accurate.
Totally accurate. He's like, "Shows you I quit the debating club last spring." Like that's all he had. And he's real confused. He's like, you could tell, he's like, "Why is this girl giving me a hard time? And why do I feel compelled to continue to banter with her?"
Yeah. Yep.
And I said, "Maybe it's because I've had to make inane conversation with insecure guys who fall in love with photographs," she says to him. Why you're giving me a hard time. So they start to get into it. He says she has a chip on her shoulder. She denies it and yells, "I'm a very nice person, except when I'm around people like you." "And people like me," he asks, "I happen to like people like me." And she says, "I can tell that you do." So they're now going back and forth at each other, and they're really coming at each other. He yells at her, "You're the most unfriendly, self-righteous person I've ever met," just as Tricia walks in, and he's like, "Hi, Alex P. Keaton, head of the Software Hospitality Committee." Like I said, his comedic timing is just so, he hits every beat. Alex gets home, and he's bothered by something. Elise says that she left dinner for him, and she asks how girl shopping went. And he says, "Great." And Elise can just tell something's up. Throughout the entire show, he and Elise are very close.
Yeah.
Their politics aren't the same, etc. But like when something is bugging him, Elise is the one who sees it and the one who can get it out of him.
Yeah.
And he says, "I can tell something has happened." He says, "It went great. We went to a movie and we'll probably go out tomorrow." I'm like, you met and just went to a movie? Like, okay, sure. So weird.
Yeah. And I'll save it. I have a question later about continuity as well.
There's some continuity weirdness here. Okay. And he says, "It's just, she has this roommate, Ellen Reed. we got into an argument. I was waiting for Tricia, and it's just bugging him. And he accused me of just being there to hit on Tricia. And Elise is like, isn't that why you were here? And he totally feels called out. He continues about how Ellen started in on him, figuring out he was an econ major, voted for Reagan, Young Executives Club, and the debating club. And Elise is like, that's all true. To which he once again yells, I quit the debating club last spring. And then he says, she called him insecure, and that's what's really bugging him. And as he's doing this, he's holding his briefcase like, but he never had a backpack. He always carried a briefcase, even as a child. And he's like holding it more and more to him, like his emotional support will be about as he's talking about being insecure. And he asks if his mom sees him as insecure. She's like, because I'm not. I'm really, really not.
I'm not, right, Mom? I'm not.
And Alex, this is a moment. I'm only 24. I'm not insecure. And Alex says this girl really got to him. Or at least says that. So now we see Alex and Tricia studying together. Throughout this whole thing, this dumb blonde has this ridiculously large bow in her hair.
Yeah, they really did this up.
They really ditched her up as much as possible. And the bow just changed. It's the same bow. It just changes colors based on her outfit. So ridiculous. And says it was so nice that he came over to meet her. And she says, all the guys have been really nice to her. And he's like, yeah, that's our motto here at Leland. We're really nice. Ellen comes in. She and Alex half greet each other. Tricia jumps up and says that your boyfriend Dennis called. He'll call back tomorrow. Remember when you had to, you didn't have this experience in a dorm room or a dorm. The only phone was the public phone in the hallway.
Ew.
Yeah. My year at Delaware, I don't know if we were like the first or second years that actually had phone lines in our room.
Oh,
but
nice.
That was new.
Okay.
But there was like 3 public payphones on our hall. And she's like, Ellen's boyfriend is a senior at Franklin and Marshall, where I really wanted to go to college and eventually got in waitlist, but they didn't give me any money, so I couldn't go. And he's going to be a psychologist and they're going to get married. Isn't that great? Alex is like, yeah, great, whatever. And just then this guy walks in, tells Tricia she has a phone call. She goes to take it. So now we've got Alex and Ellen alone.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. Amanda.
Amy.
For our sponsor, Lumi Gummies today, I have an idea. I think we should do a rapid fire bonus round. Which 90-day celebrity stars need a Lumi Gummy or have taken a Lumi Gummy maybe?
Okay. Madeline.
Oh, I have her on my list too. Manon. Manon could really use indica.
Yeah, to calm her the fuck down.
Calm down a little bit.
I think Jenny could use a sativa to maybe up the energy a little bit because there's none there.
Funny you mentioned Jenny. I have Sumit's aunt can use one to
definitely
to chill out a little bit.
She definitely could use one. This is a wild card. Florian could use one. I don't know what variety.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I feel
he needs a hybrid.
I feel like Florian on a gummy would be good.
Yeah. I also have Dylan's mom from Dylan and Patia.
Yeah.
And I have Luke's dad of Luke and Madeline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And we can use Lumi Gummies as well.
Yes.
Yes.
All the time.
Consistent, mellow, and super delicious, Lumi Gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned. Whether you're looking for an end-of-the-day de-stressor, a midday mood boost, or help getting the best sleep ever, Lumi Gummies has a strain that's right for you. So, Amanda, our flavor that we like a lot in this home is the sour strawberry cookie hybrid.
Ooh, is it particularly sour?
It's not super sour because I don't like sour things.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I just find that it's the perfect blend of up and down. It's right in the middle.
Nice.
But you feel good. I really like it.
I'm a hybrid girly myself, and I'm going to go with the watermelon sorbet because I do enjoy watermelon, and it's just a nice, cool, chill evening of watching TV.
You know what I need to do? I need to take one before Sister Wives comes out. Before I meet my arch nemesis in the ring.
Yes. I think it would help you a great deal. I think it would help Cody Brown a great deal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, Lumi Gummies are available nationwide. Go to lumigummies.com. That's LUMI gummies.com. Use code Little Miss Recap for 30% off your order. That is Lumi Gummies, LUMI gummies.com. Code Little Miss Recap. Lumis.com. Code Little Miss Recap. It's 30%. And the link is in the show notes if you guys need it.
And she's like, you two seem to be hitting it off really well. And he says, that shouldn't surprise you. You said we're the same type of people.
It just, it really strikes me that why would we ever think, and I know this is all fake,
Mhm.
it's all for a show,
Mhm.
but why would we ever think Alex could be with someone who has no depth to them? Like
I know.
no intellect, no intellectual
Right.
curiosity. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The whole thing about Alex throughout the entire show is that like he's incredibly bright. He was so
Mhm.
bright, Steven and Elise didn't even know what to do with him level of bright. And
Right.
they're bright people, but he was just next level.
Right.
And he was like reading it too. And he's just always been this academic genius. And so, yeah, it's ridiculous that he could be with this hot ditzy girl.
Mhm.
And she says, I'll be out of your way in just a minute. I just came in here to grab a bookshelf. And as she's looking at the bookshelf, the bottom shelf begins to crash. So he watches her try to figure this out as she's like slipping and trying to grab the bracket. It's very fun. The two of them have immediately great chemistry.
Yeah, I agree.
And she declines and he's like, let me get that. And she's like, I can do it. It's same thing happened yesterday. I fixed it myself. He's like, nice job. Worked really well. He hands her the shelf bracket and he's trying to figure out how to do it. And like, it's so fun. It's so like 80s sitcom funny because he's trying to help her without getting like in her face such that they're 2 seconds from kissing kind of level. And he almost falls while he's doing it. He eventually fixes it. They stand back and he's like, piece of cake. Whole shelf falls down. And he just looks at her and goes, anything else need fixing? Like, he's just not doing it. They stare at each other. They laugh. Alex apologizes for coming on strong the other day. She says she's sorry too. And he sees some of her sketches because they had fallen when the bookshelf fell. And she says, he's like, who did these? She's like, they're mine. And he says, these are great. They actually look like something.
They could be a real painting.
It could be a real painting. She's like, that is a real painting. And then there's another sketch of a man. He asks who it is. She says, oh, it's just this guy, Dennis, I know. And Alex says, isn't that your boyfriend? And Ellen says, well, it depends on how you want to define boyfriend. And Alex says, well, Tricia just said you're getting married. She's like, oh, well, if that's how you want to define it, then yeah. Yeah, that's my boyfriend. He asks, so you're getting married? And she says, he really wants to. And, oh, but I do too. Of course I do.
Mm-hmm.
She goes on journey from, I mean, I probably will. I mean, I'm sure I will. I mean, I don't know, maybe not. And Alex is like, well, as long as you're sure what you want to do. And this is ridiculous that this 18-year-old girl wants to get married.
Yeah.
It's totally ridiculous.
I mean, it's fitting with the times, though.
Oh, it is a little. Yeah. It was starting to not be as fitting with the times.
I agree.
Particularly if you just got into college. Like, the idea is that you weren't going to college necessarily for your MRS in 1985 in the way you were in 1965. So back at the Keatons in their kitchen, Trish has these dresses and she's like, pretend you're a sorority. And which dress would you want me to wear to this dance? And he's like, I've never really been good at pretending to be a sorority. And Jennifer and Mallory come in. They say the pink one is Alex's because he's like holding them up to him so Tricia could see them. Tricia asks Jennifer and Mallory to help her pick a dress. So it's clear she's been there a couple of times at this point. So this is one of those continuity errors. You're like, how do you know these people?
This explains it because later when he's thinking about
Ellen, that's all a fantasy. We'll get there.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a fantasy or if it was a recollection of things we did not see.
No. I think it's a fantasy of what he would have imagined would have happened.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Trish asks Mallory to help him. And Steven says, after they leave, that he has to give Alex credit. You took all of the surprise and romance out of love and reduced it to what it should be, an exact science.
Another thing I love about this show is they talk about Steven and Elise's love story a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I thought they were going to do it here and they didn't, but like they just, they treat them like they're 3-dimensional people. They're a couple.
Yes.
You know,
they had a whole life before they had children.
Yes.
They still have a life even outside of their children. They have a very happy marriage.
Yeah.
It's a good mother parent couple.
Yeah, which is different than
a lot of
the other sitcoms at this time.
Yeah, I feel like the Cosby Show actually made them 2-dimensional as a couple as well.
Yes.
So he's like, this isn't exactly what I hoped. I'm with Trish. She's everything I've wanted. She's young. She's vivacious. And if I have to spend another moment with her, I'll strangle both of us. And Steven's like, it takes time. He's like, there's this crazy thing though. She has this roommate. She's an art major. I have nothing in common with her. And I can't stop thinking about
Not an art major.
Not an art major. She even has a boyfriend. And Steven says, well, I hope you don't mind my interfering with your personal life when I say, good luck, Alex. I don't even know what to tell you. Elise comes in, asks Alex to take care of the baby while she and Steven go for a run. And Alex is holding the baby. Alex and this baby always had a beautiful relationship.
It's his only brother.
His only brother. And then the kid who winds up playing him is an actor named Brian Bonsall, who was totally adorable. And they had really good chemistry.
Yeah.
And he asked the baby what he'd like to do and jokes about the baby suggesting that he open a couple of beers. And Ellen comes in just standing in the door and talks to the baby. And the baby's like, I'm only 9 months old. Make mine a light. Like, it's cute. And she calls him out for corrupting a minor. And he's like, oh, you're here. You could tell he's like, no. And she's like, yeah, I'm here to pick up Tricia. Alex introduces the baby. Jennifer comes in and says, Tricia needs a guy's opinion on the dress and says, Andrew's probably our safest bet so that we can just get Alex and Ellen alone again. They stare at each other and he goes across the room and says, he got her something. And she's like, you got me something? He says, I was at an art show and I got you a painting and they were having a sale on Picasso's. So I picked one up.
I knew you liked him, so I got you one.
Yeah, I heard you liked him, so I got you one. It is the ugliest picture of like a kid on a mule that they almost look like they're made of balloon animals. Like, yeah, it's terrible. Bad. And she's like, this isn't a Picasso. And he's like, no, it is. And looks at the signature and it's actually Vince Picardo. She thanks him, says it was very sweet. And just the chemistry is so intense between them. She keeps trying to thank him and they banter. And she says, it's very sweet. Now shut up, and kisses his cheek and just holds a titch too long. She says she'll see him at the dance. He's surprised she's going. She's like, oh, I'm working there to make extra money. Come by and say hi. Tricia comes in. Says she didn't know Ellen was there. She's like, oh, just got here. No, well, we just got here. Here. Nothing to see here. Tricia's about to leave. Kisses Alex as Ellen watches on. So now they're at this dance.
Okay, I have a question about the dance.
Yes.
Who goes to a dance in college?
I'm like, no college party looks like this at all.
Jesus.
I mean, there are sorority events where you have like mixers and stuff, but that's not what this was
like
be.
A dance.
This was like a dance, and it's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous.
Okay, I'm glad, because I wasn't exactly the most involved student in college, so I wasn't sure if this was a thing and I just missed it.
No, this is not what this looked like at all.
Okay.
So we come in at the dance and Alex and Trish are slow dancing and his face is on her shoulder because, again, he's super short. And he's just blowing out of her hair, which is in his face because you can tell it's annoying him. And now she has yet another stupid bow in her hair that matches this outfit. Always the same stupid bow. And Trisha's like, isn't this party great? Everyone looks so nice. And we see Ellen behind the drink table. Again, the drink table wouldn't be punch. It would be a keg in a corner.
Yeah, this is so weird.
It's so weird. It's so
PG.
It's so good, clean fun. This is all good, clean fun that we're having.
Yep.
And some rando guy comes up and asks if they want to go upstairs to the lounge and watch the tape of last week's pep rally.
Oh.
What the fuck? It's just not a thing.
I know. It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
It feels like high school.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It really does. And it feels like high school at like a boarding school more than it feels like college.
Yeah.
And Trish is pumped and she asks Alex if he wants to go. And he's like, no, go ahead. I'm just going to stay here and enjoy the decorations. Because he doesn't want to go upstairs. He doesn't like any of these jockey, dorky dudes. That's not who he is. And he's going to stay there and relax and enjoy the decorations. So I'm going to continue with this while we have a little background music that we're playing.
Is it the Billy Vera?
Oops. Maybe. So Alex walks over to stand next to Ellen, trying to look casual, make conversation. Ellen says, excuse me, and starts pouring punch. He asks if something's wrong. She says no. He asks her to dance. She says she can't. She has to make sure there's enough punch, and there's like 20,000 cups of punch here. She doesn't want to dance. He grabs her hand, brings her onto the floor, and they dance awkwardly. She puts her head on his shoulder.
So we can really get it here.
Puts her head on her shoulder. Alex's face is just where his was with Trish, but the hair doesn't bother him at all.
Yep.
He says her name, and she pulls back, and he says, what? And they go back and forth. Nothing. They keep going back and forth. They go back to dancing. He says her name again. She pulls back. He says, nothing again. This time it's really nothing. Their faces are close, and they kiss. And she pulls away and says, please let me go. And he says, I slipped. Just as Ellen runs away, Trish comes down and asks what he was doing. He says, I was dancing. I was dancing with Ellen. Trish says, did I tell you that she... And he says, tell me what? Trish wonders if she's even supposed to tell. And he makes her promise he won't tell. And he's desperate to get this information. And Ellen has decided to get married. She called her boyfriend before the dance and said, yes, isn't that great? Alex is crestfallen. Trish grabs some punch, goes back upstairs to this stupid pep rally thing. And Alex's heart is shattered.
Yeah.
End of episode 1.
So is this what put that song on the map? Because that song was a thing.
That song was a thing.
It was super popular.
Yeah. So the story of it is that,
and I appreciate that you talked over it because now I don't have. It won't be flagged for copyright. So
okay, good. That's great. Yeah. Somebody who'd worked on the show saw Billy Vera and the Beaters at a bar.
Okay.
And they were looking for like a really sad love song. And they were like, this is perfect. And basically, this is the ultimate one-hit wonder. I actually owned the Billy Vera album because, of course, I did. But there was nothing else there.
No, so this was a great song.
Such a beautiful song. So we begin last time on Family Ties. And now Elise is putting baby food into a bowl. Skippy comes in. I'd forgotten about Skippy.
I forgot about Skippy, too.
Skippy's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Skippy is their neighbor who you never see Skippy's family. Skippy is always in love with Mallory, just following her around like a little lost puppy. And he is himself just a little lost puppy.
And again, it's the formulaic, like, I know I keep going to Growing Pains, but they had Boner.
Yep. It's the kooky neighbor kid that just keeps showing up.
Usually in love with the daughter.
Yep. Exactly. So many of these things are just such 80s sitcom tropes.
Yep.
And he says he's hungry. It's 11. So why not join the Keatons for a family brunch? And Elise is like, sorry, no brunch. Everyone's busy. And asks why he doesn't eat with his family. And he says, my mom only serves a continental breakfast on Sundays. Jennifer and Mallory come in. Skippy asks where they're off to as Jennifer's in her baseball uniform. And she says, we're going fishing. Like, also the thing, if you guys have never watched Family Ties, everyone thinks Skippy is stupid. Because Skippy's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
He's not the brightest bulb. Alex walks in. Elise said, walks in from outside. And he is in a t-shirt and jeans. Which is remarkable.
Unlike Alex.
Very unlike Alex. He is truly always in a tie and jacket and always dressed to the nines.
So we know he's disheveled.
He's not doing okay. And Alex, or at least thought he was sleeping. And he says, I was out walking, thinking about this great irony, this tragic comedy we call life. And Mallory's like, how was the dance? And Alex says, last night, the entire fabric of my existence unraveled before my eyes. And without missing a beat, she's like, well, how was the decorations? He goes, they were nice. Like, whatever. Jennifer says to Alex, she forgot to tell him someone called for him about an hour ago. And he's like, who? And he says, Tricia. And his voice cracks. He's like, my life is a travesty. And she can just tell he's undone. He doesn't know what he's doing. Jennifer and Mallory leave. Elise asks what's troubling Alex. He'd like to talk about it, but this is a guy type problem. So Skippy sits down and Alex says, where's Dad? Elise says he's on a business trip. He's like, where's Andrew? The baby. Now Alex and Tricia are going to go into class. So again, the timeline of this relationship makes no sense.
I know.
It doesn't matter. It makes no sense. And also, there's no world in which these three people would be in this class together. That also makes no sense.
I agree.
But we have to do it so we can be there together. She says she's nervous about the tests. He's like, how hard can it be? A 10,000 word essay on the political structure of the Ming Dynasty in the 14th century China.
Common sense.
Meanwhile, Ellen walks in too. So Trish says she's very excited about the economics department dinner that night. Like, what?
Why is Trish going to that?
Why is Trish going as his? Why is there a date?
I know. It's so weird.
Why does this become the most important night of Alex's life? Like, none of this makes sense.
No.
And she's like, did you pick up your tux yet? And he's like, yeah. He finds a reason to go talk to Ellen. And he's like, hi. They're real awkward. And she asks if he's ready for the test. He's like, I'm in good shape. Always been a fan of the Ming Dynasty. She excuses herself. He just follows her all around this room. He hasn't seen her around in a week. And she's like, yeah, I've been real busy. And he says, Trish said something about you deciding to get married. And she says, yeah, I decided. And he says, wasn't sure because last week at the dance, we danced and we kissed. And she says, yeah, I remember. And he says, I was just wondering when this whole wedding thing was happening. And she says, Sunday. And he's like, what?
I know. This is so
So weird. And he's like, you mean on a Sunday? And she's like, no, this Sunday. He tells her that it's so soon that weddings take a lot of preparation. You have to order the matchbooks and the napkins and the ice sculpture. And she says, it's going to be small, just the two of us. I'm leaving tonight for Franklin and Marshall. And she says, by the way, folks, if you don't know, Franklin and Marshall is actually a real school. Leland College is not a real school. I always thought Leland was kind of built on like Kenyon or Oberlin, one of those small liberal arts schools in Ohio. And she says, I guess I'll see you when I get back. And Alex says, the train station's on his way home. Could I drop you off? She asked why he'd want to do that. And he says, it's no trouble. How else are you going to get there? And she says, with my car? And he says, well, you don't want to leave it there all weekend. It could catch cold. So she agrees that it would be all right for him to drop her off. The professor comes in, pulls up the essay question. They have 90 minutes. Alex stares at Ellen, and we flash back to the dance. And then this just weird montage.
I felt like that stuff happened.
I don't think it happened.
Oh, this is okay.
I think when I was a kid, I thought it happened, but now I don't think it happened.
Well, the only reason I think it may have happened is because now we know there are clear time jumps.
There are time jumps, but the reason I don't think it happened, and I'll tell you why once we get to it real quick. Let's go through all the things that they do.
He's in love with her. So like he's
totally in love with her.
More than just a few conversations and a kiss.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, You're 18 too.
It's true.
You don't have an idea. So we have this weird montage. We start with the helping with the shelves. We know that happened. We saw that. Then he's teaching her how to throw a Frisbee. Her sketching him in this real weird abstract way. Her showing him this leaf that he puts in his...
Wasn't it a Picasso? Didn't he do a Picasso?
It was Picasso-esque.
Yeah.
Gets this leaf that he puts in his wallet. And now we're back at the dance and they kiss with the cheesiest haze around their heads.
Of course.
To make it look like a heart. I'm like, oh God, the 80s were amazing with these stupid effects that they would do.
I know.
The reason I think it was all his imagination is because this time when they kiss, she just puts her head on his shoulder because that's not what happened. As soon as they kiss, she pulls away.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's always why I thought this is actually a dream. Okay. But regardless, the bell rings. The point of this, Alex has written nothing in his composition book, and he just crumples it up.
Might be the first test Alex ever failed.
Probably the first and only. So now he drops Ellen off at the train station. She's buying a round trip ticket. And Alex notes that the train is not getting into Lancaster until 3 a.m. Note, she says Lancaster properly. He says Lancaster. He's Canadian. It's not his fault. And he's like, are you being met? And she's like, why do you want to know? And he's like, well, I mean, I brought you here, so I should be apprised of the rest of your travel arrangements so that I just make sure everything's okay. She says Dennis is working on his senior thesis and she didn't want to disturb him. So she told him she's getting in tomorrow afternoon. Does that answer your question? He's like, pretty much. So he is trying anything he can do to keep her from going on this trip. They sit on this bench. She thanks him for bringing her there, but he can leave. And he says, oh, it's no hurry. I come here a lot. I'm kind of a regular here at the train station. The shoe shine kid comes by and he's like, give me the usual. And the kid's like, I've never seen you before in my life.
Hey, everyone. Stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
She says, you didn't come here to get your shoes shine. He says, I came down here because I was hoping to talk you out of this. And she asks, talk me out of getting married? He says, yes. She asks why. He says, this is kind of hard for me to say. As an objective, uninvolved, neutral third party, I feel that in marriage-related matters, it's best to exercise caution. And she says, Alex, that is quite the outpouring of emotion. And he calls her name again. And she says, please, you've bared your soul enough. He says he's doing this for her own good. And she points out she may not want to be getting advice from someone who picked his girlfriend out of the freshman directory. He's like, we're back to day one then. I'm shallow. I'm insecure. Come on, Ellen, let's hear the whole speech again. Meanwhile, it's great because he has his foot on the shoe shine box and he's just pivoting around based on where she is in the train station. It's so good. And she tells him, forget it. He pulls his shoe off to hand it to the kid so he can chase her. And he's like, well, if I'm insecure, then I would, by the way, I did pull the entire transcript of this. I would like to know how you describe somebody who gets married when they're 18 just because they're away from home for the first time and they need something to cling to. I'm speaking hypothetically, of course. The announcement says the train to Philadelphia has arrived, all aboard. She says, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not marrying Dennis because I need something to cling to. I'm marrying him. and trails off. And she goes, why do I have to justify myself to you? She goes on to say, we have a great relationship. And he's like, sure, Jan. You get engaged over the telephone. An hour later, you're kissing me on the dance floor. She comes back. First of all, you kissed me. Second of all, the worst mistake I ever made was humoring you instead of walking away. He feels at her. Humoring me. Let me tell you something. You're not the first one to humor this guy. And he leaves. He didn't even get his shoe back. I don't know what this poor shoe shine kid's going to do with his shoes. So in the Keaton living room, Jennifer reads over Alex's shoulder, asks who Ellen Reed is, because now he's not looking at Tricia in the book. He's looking at Ellen.
Yeah.
Tracy Pollan is so pretty, too.
She really is.
She's so pretty. Mm-hmm. And she asks who the picture is, and he says, nobody. And she's like, then why is her picture in the book? He's like, it's a book of people who don't exist, okay? She comes, and then he leaves. Someone else comes in, and he's like, I told you to leave me alone. It's Mallory now. And he says, I thought I told you to leave me alone. And she turns on the TV, and she's like, it wasn't me. He asks what she's doing. She says, I'm here to watch TV. And she's like, can you just go somewhere else and do that? He's like, this is the only TV we have. Like, he said, he's a little tense. I got girl problems. And the TV is so great. It's this dialogue of like, so melodramatic, soap opera thing. I don't understand, Helene. Last week we kissed, and now you're leaving to marry someone else. And Alex screams and turns off the TV.
I also absolutely love Alex and Mallory anytime they're interacting. Mm-hmm. Like, one of the episodes I watched last night was the IQ test, when she keeps testing higher than him.
Mm-hmm. And he can't.
He's like,
his whole world is coming undone. Right. Because what the trope was always that Mallory's dumb. She just cares about fashion and beauty, but she's actually very smart.
Yes.
Just in a very creative and a very different kind of smart from Alex.
I mean, you have to look at it like Steven and Elise aren't going to produce Alex and then not other smart kids.
Right.
All these kids are smart.
All these kids are smart. Yeah. I never felt Jennifer really took off, though. She was always a real weirdo. But
yeah, I agree.
And Tina Yothers, nothing ever happened with her career. We never really saw her again. Mm-mm. And Justine Bateman, Jason Bateman, her brother did a little better than her in Hollywood.
Yep.
She's gone an interesting path in life. I'll just say that.
She is. She's like really aging naturally and just being embracing it and being like,
that's the good part.
I'm doing this.
That's the good part.
Yeah.
The other part, not so much.
I don't know much else about her.
Don't Google her. Okay. We'll just put it that way. Okay. Don't do that. So she says he's been moping all week. He should try to stop pitying himself and act like a human being. And he's like, she's right. Mallory's right. I'm wrong. Mallory's right. What is happening here? Elise comes in. Alex says that he's done feeling sorry for himself and this episode's over. And she's like, great. What episode? What are we talking about? He says, doesn't matter. This is one of the biggest nights of my life. I'll be hobnobbing with the faculty, the best girl on my arm.
Like, for what, dude? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get a teaching job? Like, maybe if he was trying to get a TA position, that would explain it.
That would explain it. Or he was like applying to PhD programs and having a dinner with the faculty.
Right.
But like, you're a sophomore at some weird little college. What is happening here?
I don't get it.
And as he's giving this whole speech, he's trying to tie his tux tied. He's like, if I could just tie this damn tie. And Elise is like, Dad might have a clip on I can lend you. And so he's like, it isn't the tie. And she's like, do you want to talk? He's like, I guess so. I've got nowhere else to turn. He says, remember that girl I told you about a few weeks ago? Ellen Reed? Shows Elise the photo. And she's like, oh, yes, Tricia's roommate. The one that she's like, yeah, the one I don't like. He says, the one I didn't like, the one I still don't like. And she's like, what about her? I'm in love with her. And Elise is so pumped. She's like, this is wonderful. And he's like, no, not so much. She's on her train to Lancaster right now to marry another guy. Elise is like, well, that's tough to overlook.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. Love, this is his first time. And sure. I mean, I loved our dog. Like, Alex is so afraid to like.
He's so closed off.
And so afraid to access any emotions that the only person he could admit to his mother that he had ever loved before Ellen was the dog.
Yeah.
Not her,
and he's
not
like
dad,
19.
not the sisters. Yeah, he's 19.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, I don't know. This just feels different than the dog. And she's like, I hope so. And he's like, it isn't fair. What happened? What did I do to deserve this? It's like, I'm minding my own business. I find the love of my life with a girl I can never be with. Alex Keaton, I feel the same way about you. I found the love of my life with a man I could never be with. His name was Alex P. Keaton or Michael J. Fox. She touches his shoulder and smiles. And he's like, why are you smiling? My life is falling apart. And she's like, no, this is just lovely. I've never seen this side of you. This is one of the first times I've really seen your dad in you. And the great thing is he gets up and like looks and he knows what a huge compliment this is.
Yeah.
Looks in the mirror and starts like trying to mug like Michael Krause. It's very cute. Elise comes behind him, ties his tie. She says, does Ellen know how you feel? And he says, I don't think so. I wanted to tell her, but she laughed. And she's like, that's a shame. And he asks, do you think it would have made a difference? She's like, I don't know. And he's like, oh, I should have told her. So he's on his way to the incredibly important economics dinner that will, of course, change his life in the family Volvo. And, of course, there's a perfect fork in the road, one that points to Leland College, the other one that points to I-70 in Pennsylvania. Our boy is going to go take the fork to I-70. Yeah. Now we have this incredibly bizarre montage of him driving through the night and the train going on, and there is no universe he beats this train.
No universe. And also, like, I kept thinking, this kid is like 19. And he's just not even telling his parents because he couldn't call them.
No, of course not.
He just is going to drive for 8 hours overnight and same thing next episode with Nick and Mallory. Like, she's out all night and she's like 17. I'm like, is this how we used to live? My parents didn't allow this shit.
When I was at college, this is totally how I lived. No one knew what I was doing. Alex was home. That's the problem. Right. He lived at home, so his parents saw him. When I was at college, my parents had no idea what I was doing.
Right, but were you out all night when you were 17? On a motorcycle. She goes on a motorcycle.
Yeah, no. I had a curfew of midnight until I graduated from high school. I could stay out past midnight if my mom knew where I was. Like if a movie wasn't going to let out till 12:30, that was fine as long as she knew what the plan was.
Yeah, but although during the week their curfew is still 10:30.
Yeah, I think during the week my curfew was like 10.
Yeah,
or something. But I was also on the swim team in high school, and our practice was like 5, so I wasn't staying out late anyway.
I was thinking the other day, like next year they're going to be away.
Yeah,
how am I going to know that like they get home on a Saturday night safely? I'm just not. I'm just not going to know.
No. Nope. You'll be okay. We'll get you through it. Are we going to have to do a lot of podcasts at like midnight on Saturdays just so you can like get your brain elsewhere?
I can't sleep until I know they're home safe. And it's like going to be weird if I don't know they're home safe.
I will tell you, my mom was the same way. She could not go to sleep. She would go to sleep, but she was never really asleep. I always had to wake her up when I got home. She says she slept so much better once I was at school because she could say to herself, she's just in her dorm room. Like she could just little plausible deniability.
Well, the problem with that is I have that little location tracker.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But I have to not use it. It is there only in case we have a Dateline situation. Exactly. I need to trace their last location.
Only an emergency. Yes. And there won't be any emergencies. They'll be fine. Okay. So he comes into the train station, there's some guy asleep on the bench.
I remember this so well. I remember this whole thing.
By the way, I have a point that says in a moment, thus begins what 12-year-old Amanda thought was the height of romance.
Oh,
this whole scene. This is what I thought love would look like.
Okay.
I was waiting for this moment.
Yes.
The whole thing. And the guy's like,
Todd really loved you. I mean, he would have
done
reenacted this entire.
He should have.
You guys are in Philadelphia. I mean, he could have.
Sure, we could have gone to the Lancaster train station.
Yes.
And redone this if he really cared. I will tell him that you said he doesn't really love me because he never did this.
Yeah. Yep.
So the maintenance guy's like asleep. He's like, oh, good. It's almost time for my break. He says the train got in 5 minutes ago, just as you hear the whistle. And Alex just kind of sits on the bench like, fuck, I missed it. Comes in behind and sees Alex on the bench. And she says, Alex? He's like, oh, hey, Ellen. She's like, why are you here? He's like, you forgot your Newsweek. And I figured you might want it. So I swung by. I mean, no big deal. It was just 7-hour drive. No big deal. And she's like, oh, I read someone else's copy on the train. And he says, I can't tell you how sorry I am to hear that. And Alex says, to be honest with you, the magazine isn't the only reason that I came. And she's like, why else? Again, this is the height of romance. He says, I just had to come. I mean, I was in the car on my way to the biggest night of my life and something made me turn the car around. I mean, I knew I'd missed the dinner and I'd blow any shot I had of returning this tux on time, which the laugh track immediately goes for. But something made me turn the car around, Ellen. You and I are completely different. You're an artist. You write poetry. See, she's your girl, Amy.
I totally related to her.
Yeah. You attend anti-nuclear demonstrations. Me, I'm an economics major. I have voted for Reagan. I'm in the Young Executives Club. I wear a jacket and tie everywhere I go, except train stations at 3 a.m., in which case I wear a tuxedo. Anyway, the point is, Ellen, I cannot for the life of me figure out why I love you. She says, you love me? He's like, yeah, I love you. Okay. I said it. I mean, after all, Ellen, if I'm going to go this far, I might as well go all the way. I love you. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm crazy about you. I'd do anything to be with you. I can't live without you. Okay. Gotta go. See ya. And starts to walk out of the train station.
Don't you feel like timing wise, they should have dragged this out for the entire season?
The romance?
Yeah.
Well, they do.
And then had him profess his love at the end of the season.
No.
Like, I would have loved to have seen this little cat and mouse back and forth kind of all
maybe
year.
I don't know, but I just love them together.
I do too, but I feel like, why do you love her? Like, you just met her.
I don't know, because they're 18.
That's why I needed to tell myself that montage was real.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Okay.
That's fair. So he's like, gotta go see ya. And she's like, I love you too. And he didn't even hear her. He just keeps going. I mean, it's like you have this way of seeing right through me, of seeing a part of me that I didn't know exist. I didn't even like to admit
and it's the same part that Elise sees in him.
It's yeah, exactly.
It's that little boy, that little like innocent, sweet
boy who's
person.
full of love.
Yep.
And it's the same boy. It's the same one he can be with Andrew with the baby because that's less vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I don't even like to admit exists. And that scares me because if you see it, that forces me. What did you say? She says, I love you too. He's like, you do? Now it's her turn. Alex, I've never met anybody like you. You come on as like some pompous, arrogant, obnoxious guy. And underneath it all, there's this wide-eyed child, completely innocent and naive. And she does this thing where she like pulls her hair down like it got stuck on her lip. I don't know. That image has like stuck with me as like, oh, this is what you do when you're in like, I can't tell you how much the scene imprinted on me of what love was.
No, I understand. We just talked about this with 90210 with me.
Yeah, this imprinted. And he's like, is that a compliment? Actually, Amy, I was probably the same age you were watching that scene in 90210.
Yeah.
Watching this.
Yeah, probably.
I was 12. You were 13 for 90210 probably?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And he says, is that a compliment? She says, yes, they kiss. And he's like, well, we love each other. We said it. We know it. Doesn't matter what happens now. What happens now? He looks at her. And she says, hi, I have to go see Dennis. And he's like, I was afraid that's what happens now. And she goes on to say, she thought of what he said about clinging to Dennis, and he was right. And she said, she said to herself, if Alex is in this train station when I get there, I'm not marrying Dennis. So here we are. And she says, I guess I have to stick to it. He's like, well, if you're not getting married and you do love me, do you think when we get back to Leland, we could like go to a movie or something? And they hold hands and kiss. And thus begins the love story of Alex and Ellen.
Do they get married on the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they break up. And if memory serves, they wind up breaking up because she like goes to graduate school or something. Leaves. And then he winds up dating Lauren Miller, who is Courtney Cox.
Did they ever did her career ever take off in any way after this?
Not hugely. Certainly not in the way that his did.
Yeah.
So she was in Bright Lights Big City, which is how they reconnected.
Oh, that's interesting. So they reconnected on that film.
Yeah, because 2 years later, because at that point, she was dating someone, he was dating someone.
Right.
They both knew there was chemistry, but they get to Bright Lights Big City.
She was dating hot Kevin Bacon.
Mm-hmm. They get to Bright Lights Big City, and she, they were like both single then, so they could be together. So also, fun fact, she is cousins, I believe cousins with Michael Pollan, the New York Times food writer.
Oh,
like they're related. Mm-hmm. So honestly, if you go to the photos of her IMDb page, most of them are her with Michael J. Fox. But so she was in, I forgot, she was in Inventing Anna, the story about Anna Delvey.
Oh, okay.
Which was good. She shows up in a lot of stuff. She was on one episode of the Michael J. Fox show, which was a good try.
She played Natalie Holloway.
Yep. She was, of course, on SVU, because who wasn't on SVU? She was in a couple episodes of Spin City. She was, the Kennedys of Massachusetts.
Whoa.
She played Kathleen Kennedy.
Whoa.
A Special Friendship. That had to have been some sort of after school special or some shit like that.
She aged really
she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's really beautiful. I followed her on Instagram for years.
She's a good 5 inches taller than him, right?
I don't know if she's 5 inches taller than him, but she's definitely taller than him. Let's see how tall she is. Tracy Pollan height. She's 5'6" and he's 5'4". So she's 2 inches taller.
Okay.
The problem is a lot of
she
photos
buys
you see
heels
her
on.
and she's wearing heels.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, she is taller. Michael J. Fox, 5'4". Justine Bateman and Tina Yoder's 5'6". But yeah, she is Tracy Jo Pollen Fox.
Wow.
And they married in 1988. 4 kids, Sam, Esme, Skylar, and Aquina.
Mm.
And her sibling is Michael Pollan. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So she was in, they did a movie called Still about Michael J. Fox. She's in that a lot. That's a beautiful movie.
I don't know if I could watch it. I mean, the whole thing
hard.
I just want to cry.
It's hard. Every time I see him, it breaks my heart. Every time I see him, my mom will see him on the Today Show, and then I'll get a Martha text that says, Michael J. Fox was on the Today Show. It was great to see him. You might not want to watch him because it was really hard.
Yeah.
Because she knows.
He's just such an integral part of my childhood because I loved Family Ties so much. And I loved Teen Wolf so much and Back to the Future so much.
Back to the Future is great. Yeah. Like I said, Bright Lights, Big City is super great. I really loved Secret of My Success. That was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Doc Hollywood is a ton of fun. He was in one really bad movie. I'm going to get the title of it because I can't even remember what it's called, which is ridiculous because I used to know all of these things by heart. Oh, I forgot. He was on a couple episodes of Rescue Me. He's shown up in a lot of stuff. He was on Boston Legal for a while.
Rescue Me was such a good show.
I never got into that.
Oh, God, that was good.
The movie that I am thinking of, Light of Day was really bad. That was with Joan Jett.
Okay.
That was real bad. But the one that Casualties of War with Sean Penn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was Michael J. Fox's attempt.
Sean Penn.
It was his attempt at becoming a dramatic actor. Stick to comedy, dude. You've got comedy chops out the yin yang.
Yeah, he does. He's pretty funny. He was in The Frighteners too.
The Hard Way was another movie he did. For Love or Money was another movie he did. He was in a ton of movies, but really none of the movies he was in hit the point of Back to the Future.
Right.
But I mean, he was the star. He was the star the star to push a bunch of movies ahead. Doc Hollywood, which I always love Doc Hollywood. It's a very sweet movie.
Yeah.
But that's where he just realized he had Parkinson's.
All right. Well, thank you for this journey. I love how you just had the script and you're just loving every second of this. Guys, I just needed to let her do this.
Thank you. Thank you, Best for Friends, for letting me have this.
She lets me do all my nonsense. I had to just let her.
This is payback for every time you've made me listen to Grease. Is really what it boils down to. I feel like it's a fair trade.
You better shape up.
I'm coming at you, girl.
That's a better song. That's a better song.
Way better song.
Yeah, all right, guys.
I was falling asleep. I was like, I need to play the song when I describe the whole scene. So, yes.
So, your homework for tomorrow, guys, The Affair.
Okay. You've now
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I really am torn. It's like Sophie's Choice. What do I do? But I'm gonna choose Noah Salloway.
I was gonna say what other contender would there be?
I was thinking of The Red Wedding.
Okay. Oh, that's really good too.
Yes, and I was thinking really there's a episode of Breaking Bad that's really good. There's an episode of The Sopranos that's really good. There's an there's so many. Midnight Mass was a contender.
Yeah, but you talk so much about The Affair,
and The Affair hit me in a real special way. Yeah.
And Maura Tierney is one of my I wish I could be her when I grow up.
I'm not a fan
of the actress, not of Helen.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because she's so Helen.
She's so Helen. But actually, I'm getting my hair cut next week, and I have a picture of Maura Tierney.
I didn't know that's how you say her name. I thought it was Mara.
Mara.
No, you're right. I'm wrong.
Maura.
Believe me.
Okay.
Maura
Tierney.
Ruth Wilson. Fucking smoke show in this series.
And a powerhouse. Such a powerhouse.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And
Dominic West is amazing too.
Dominic West.
So hot. He is so toxically broken and hot.
He is not. It's so funny because he is not objectively hot to me.
No.
If I see him in The Wire, I'm like, eh.
If I saw him walk down the street, I wouldn't look twice.
But as Noah Salloway,
Noah Salaway is so hot. And then that kind of helped me also see him as hot as Prince Charles, but it also didn't work because he's too hot to be Prince Charles.
I agree. That was a real kindness to Prince Charles.
Very generous casting.
Jesus.
Very generous.
All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Thank you to all who showed up for that $15 tier and get to listen to us talk nonsense every Friday. We enjoy that. Right? And we enjoy that by now.
We enjoy that by now. Yes, we will have enjoyed it. We will have enjoyed it one time by now.
It went really well.
It was amazing, guys. It was probably the best episode that Amy and I have ever put out. It was fantastic. The insights that we came up with. Mind-blowing.
Just amazing. That guest appearance by Billy Bob Thornton.
I didn't see it coming, but wow, you guys should have seen Amy. She really struggled to behave herself.
By the way, my mother's on a tear about his new pirate look.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good.
She can't stop talking about it.
It's real bad.
Guys, she's in our Facebook group. If you haven't seen her, she's in there, my mother, and she's commenting on things. I'm like, settle down, Mom.
It's easy to figure out who she is. She does not have a last name that would indicate who she is, but it's easy to figure out who she is fairly quickly.
All right, guys. Amanda, thank you so much for doing this.
Amy, thank you for doing this. Thank you for indulging me through all of this, and happy Thanksgiving.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.